The Price of Shadows. I never thought I'd be telling this story, but here I am, sitting in my dimly lit study, the kind where the shadows seem to have secrets of their own. My name is Mark, and this story is one I've kept locked away, until now. It all started a few years back when I was working as a junior partner at a law firm in New York City. I was ambitious, the kind who'd work through the night if it meant getting one step closer to making partner. But there was this one senior partner, let's call him Mr. Daniels, who had a reputation that was as dark as the suits he wore. Daniels was known for his cutthroat tactics, not just in the courtroom, but in the office too. I remember one case we worked on together. It involved a wrongful termination lawsuit against a big tech company. The plaintiff was a single mother, desperate to regain her job after her boss, the CEO, had sacked her over a personal vendetta. We had the evidence, the emails, the voicemails, everything we needed to win. But Daniels, he had other plans. He wanted the case to settle quietly, out of court. Turns out he was in bed with the CEO, not literally, but financially. They had a side deal going, where Daniels would push for a settlement and the CEO would funnel some of the hush money back into Daniels' offshore accounts. I learned this one night when I accidentally walked into Daniels' office late after everyone had left. He was on a call, not aware I was there, discussing the specifics of the kickback. I was naive back then. I thought confronting him would change things. So, I did. I told him I knew what was going on and that I'd go to the bar if he didn't do right by our client. Daniels just laughed, this cold, chilling laugh that still echoes in my nightmares. He said, "You think you can challenge me? You'll be out of this firm by the end of the week." And he was right. The next day, I was handed a pink slip, escorted out by security. My career in tatters, my name smeared with accusations of incompetence and misconduct. Daniels had spun his web too well. I couldn't get another job in the city. My reputation was ruined. But here's where the story turns dark, where revenge isn't just served cold. It's served from the depths of a frozen hell. Months went by, and I couldn't shake the anger, the humiliation. I started to dig into Daniels' life, every piece of dirt I could find. I learned he had a wife, a daughter, and a penchant for privacy. His daughter, Emily, was about to start college, and Daniels was paranoid about her safety. He had installed high-tech security in their home, cameras, alarms, you name it. I decided to use his paranoia against him. I began sending anonymous letters to his home, not threats, but hints about his misdeeds. I'd leave them where only he would find them, in his car, in his office, even in his gym locker. Each letter was more specific, more incriminating. But the real twist was what I did with Emily. I knew he feared for her safety more than anything. So I started to make it look like someone was watching her. I'd leave small, innocuous items in her path, a bracelet by her favorite coffee shop, a book she loved in her locker at school. I created a sense of being followed, of being watched, but never directly threatened her. Daniels began to unravel. He increased security, but the more he did, the more I escalated. I knew his routines, his habits, and I used this knowledge to keep the pressure on. Then came the day of his daughter's graduation. I rented a car similar to one Daniels was known to drive and parked it near the venue with an open laptop inside playing a video loop of Daniels discussing his underhanded deals. Just before the ceremony, I texted Daniels from a burner phone telling him to check the car outside. He went, saw the laptop, and panic set in. He thought someone was going to expose him publicly at his daughter's big moment. He didn't attend the graduation. He was too busy trying to cover his tracks, thinking he was about to be arrested or worse. But that wasn't the end. The real revenge was in the aftermath. Daniels became a recluse, paranoid. His reputation crumbled under the weight of his own fear. His wife left him, taking Emily with her, fearing for their safety. He lost everything, his family, his status, his sanity. I watched from afar as his life fell apart. I didn't feel joy, not really. There was just this hollow satisfaction, a cold echo of justice served. I moved away after that, to a small town where no one knew my name or my past. But every now and then, I look back, not with pride, but with the heavy knowledge of what revenge truly costs. So if you're out there listening to this, remember, Revenge isn't just about settling scores, it's about living with the ghost of what you've become in the process. That's the story, as real as it gets, from the dark corners of someone's life where the light of justice never quite reaches.